I'm Liam. This is Tour Guide Takes.
You know, sometimes it feels like a dream, looking around, watching the light come in and out of the trees down a nice country road. Maybe it's just to remind us that every once in a while we need to get out of the city. Unfortunately, in DC, it's not that difficult to get out into the country. Just a few miles outside of town, in any direction, you can find things like this.
Beautiful fall day here in DC, so we're gonna go check out Great Falls just outside of the city, a couple miles down the Potomac River. There's two different sides you can go to. There's Virginia side and the Maryland side. I think today we'll probably go to the Maryland side. Virginia side is nice because you have places for picnics, stuff like that, and a little bit of hiking trails. But the Maryland side, you can actually go out onto an island in the middle of the waterfalls, in the middle of the river. So this guy doing? So I think I like it a little bit better. A lot more like a boardwalks, a lot more trails, a little bit more out in the nature a bit.
So we take a little bit of a drive, just 7 miles outside of DC, to Great Falls, Maryland, just outside of Potomac.
So I got my ticket to get in. This is good for 2 additional days. Apparently it costs $10 for the vehicle. Worth it.
Now the first thing you'll come across when entering is the Museum and Information Center, where you'll find the history on the Great Falls area and the C&O Canal that runs beside it. And the concrete quickly turns into dirt paths going up and down both sides of the C&O Canal, and every which way you turn, you will find water. Canals, rivers, waterfalls, locks, so on. You also get a sense that you should take this seriously, as they have signs everywhere warning you of the dangers of the river, the waterfalls, and the canals. Before we go down to the waterfalls themselves, we'll start off with the aqueduct at the very top and see the very still, almost calm river as it starts to slowly trickle down into the waterfalls. But to get down to see the actual falls, we need to make a little bit of a hike. And yet again, some more warning signs telling you what to do if you're drowning.
So this canal right here is the same canal that runs through Georgetown and several miles back that direction. The C&O Canal stands for Chesapeake and Ohio. Meant to connect us to the Mississippi, Missouri, Ohio, all those rivers. You can see there's still locks here, and these locks are still functional. And that little stone structure back there is the old lockkeeper's house, where the lockkeeper for this particular lock, Lock 19, would have lived. And they have a canal boat that they're renovating for tours, so that'll be opening up soon here. The one in Georgetown quit doing tours a couple years ago. There's making our way down the boardwalk now on the island portion of the nature preserve. I'm about to get an amazing view. Now, I've brought people out here before. They weren't really sure what to expect. We're just approaching, you just hear the sound in the distance, the water getting louder. Where they thought what we saw back there was the waterfalls. And then I point out that we come around the bend here. I haven't seen anything yet.
Now this is a view that will often change depending on the rainfall, tides, or even snowfall melting off from higher up in the mountains. So it's like every time you come here, the waterfalls are a little bit different. Always. Typically you'll find some kayakers making their way down the river, and it's actually pretty dangerous. Several people lose their lives every year here at this spot. But one thing you don't think about as they're making their way down is for that 30-second ride down, there's a 20-minute climb back up. Continuing on, time to make our way off the trail a little bit. Down the Billy Goat trails, and down to the waterfront. So you'll find some nice quiet spots, little calm coves in the water.
I love these old stone walls. One of the coolest things around here. They have them all over the Appalachian Trail too.
But unfortunately, this put me in a place where I could either backtrack quite a bit or walk across this tree to get back out of here after battling with the spiders quite a way.
So this is pretty awesome. Ring around the campfire. Love that. So yeah, I just hiked all that out in a suit for your viewing pleasure. And I'm kind of feeling the effects of it. Whew, all right.